Hi everyone, so this video is about the Ariana Grande Perfume Cloud 2.0 Intense. So this is the packaging here. You can see Ariana Grande Cloud 2.0 Intense, and that is what the box looks like. So this perfume was originally released towards the end of 2021. However, in Australia, it has only recently become available, and I'm pretty sure it's exclusive to Chemist Warehouse at the moment, and that's where I've picked up my bottle from. The 100ml, which is the large size, and I think it may be the only size available for this particular one, is currently around $60 Australian. So, in this video, I will be sharing my thoughts. I've compared it to the original Cloud, and I will let you know how it performs, what the notes are, and just some overall details about it. But first, the packaging. So the packaging is pretty much the same as the original Cloud. The only difference is the color. So where the original Cloud had a see-through blue bottle and a white cradle, this has a navy blue cradle, a white bottle and a clear lid. Now you may be able to see through the bottle if you hold a light up to it, but yeah, for pretty much it is just a white bottle there. I kind of prefer the original bottle just because it is really easy to see how much you have left, to see the liquid inside, but again, that's personal preference. I kind of just like the colouring with the white Cloud and the blue bottle, but this, think of it more like a storm cloud, I guess, intense. So the packaging pretty much the same. If without the cradle, I think this would look quite neat. With the cradle, again, little gimmicky, not to everybody's taste, but you don't have to keep it in there. It's got a flat bottom, so it would stand up fine without it. So a comparison, I've been trying them out, comparing them to one another. I've currently got them on as well. I've got Cloud 2.0 here, the original here, and it's been on for quite a while now, just to compare the two. So I've got some notes of my own that I've made whilst wearing them, and I guess first I'll start with the actual notes in the perfume. So there are pretty much the same notes as the original Cloud, with the addition of 2 base notes. So I'll go through all of the notes now. So for Cloud Intense, or Cloud 2.0, the top notes are lavender, bergamot, pear, middle notes of whipped cream, coconut, praline, and vanilla orchid, and base notes of musk, woodsy notes, cashmeran, and ambroxan. Now the 2 additional notes compared to the original are the ambroxan and the cashmeran. So soft, kind of smooth, warm, velvety notes. But ambroxan is where this may cause some people to like it, some people to not like it. I fall into the category of that, and I'll go into that more when I go over the perfume and my experience with it. And that's what gives the impression that that is what is making this the intense version. As far as my experience with the perfume, I don't really see it being classed as what you would think of as intense. As far as the strength and intensity of the fragrance, I find it to be pretty much the same as the original Cloud. When I first spray it, I do notice that on my skin at least, I get the coconut note a bit more than the original. I also noticed that the second version is slightly less sweet and more creamy almost. So again, it's not necessarily intense. I find the longevity is about the same for both. I find the perfume, you can tell that it's Cloud. It has the same feeling to it. What I have an issue with myself is the ambroxan note. It doesn't react the same with my skin in all the perfumes. I find that a lot of perfumes that have it in it, they will either work on my skin or they won't. Sometimes with those perfumes I end up spraying them on my clothing instead of my skin, and it reacts completely differently. It will smell different. So with Ambroxan, it really is like a love-hate kind of relationship. Some people describe it as being fresh laundry, fresh linens, cotton, those types of scents. Other people can describe it as smelling quite clinical. So think like dentist, hospital, doctor, that kind of really squeaky, clean, bleachy kind of smell. That alcohol, metallic, cold kind of smell to it. Sharp, headache inducing. For me, I get a lot of metallic, like a really sour, sharp metallic scent from some Ambroxan notes. And I can understand how people say it smells quite like alcohol, quite sharp, kind of abrasive. It doesn't happen all the time. It's not with all perfumes that contain it, but with this one I had that experience. So for me, on my skin, I prefer the original because it doesn't have that. Some people though find the Ambroxan to be like deep and warm and linen and fresh laundry, so it's a lot more creamy and comforting, and that way it's less sweet. And if that's the case for you, go for it, definitely. Is it the same as Cloud? I think it is pretty similar. If you have this, you don't necessarily need the new one. They are pretty identical, to me at least. I prefer this one just because of the way that it reacts on my skin is nicer than the second. I've had it on for quite a while now, and a few times that I've tried it, after about an hour or so, it starts to have this weird sour note to it. And again, I think it may just be the Ambroxan reacting with my skin. It's almost like, I don't want to say sour milk because that's a bit harsh, but like a sour cream kind of smell. It just has this metallic kind of note to it, and kind of makes me feel a little headachy. But that's not going to happen for everybody, so keep that in mind. However, if you know that you are more sensitive to Ambroxan, try it first before you buy it. Or maybe stick with the original. So yeah, my overall thoughts are it does smell like the original, particularly on clothing material on me. For a lot of people, they said the same thing. It's just a deeper, creamier kind of a scent. But unfortunately, I don't really get that nice, deep, creamy, velvety scent to it. I kind of have just had that metallic, kind of sour, clinical, sharp kind of note come through, which is unfortunate, but it's not going to happen for everybody. So it's not the perfume's fault. It just is the way it reacts with my skin. I don't think you need both unless you collect them like me. I will still keep them in my collection. I will still try this out. Maybe I'll layer it with things and see if that works. You could probably layer these together to get a slightly different feel to it. Some people say this one lasts longer. I haven't found that to be the case. The sillage or projection around is pretty much the same for both. It's just overall, I guess this one is slightly sweeter. This one is not quite as sweet. It's a little bit more creamy. If you found this one to be too sweet, but you liked everything else about it, try this one and see if you like it. Have you tried the Ariana Grande's Cloud Intense, Cloud 2.0? Please let me know what you thought down below in the comments. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them for me below as well. But that's it for this video. I hope you're all having a fantastic morning, afternoon or evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are. And I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye for now.